Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to discuss another important question, value added tax with SVATs. I will discuss two questions on this, right? Since it is involved SVAT, let me introduce a little bit on SVAT system and then I will move to these questions, right? So, you know, why SVAT came is, let me introduce that first of all. So, exporters, exporters, they are having VAT rate is 0%. So let's assume export company, right? Export company. So when they are making sales to the world market, right? When they are doing the sales to export, so government introduced zero rate in order to compete with the world market, right? So in normal scenario, if they supply goods to the world market, sales, when they make sales, if VAT is there, VAT rate is 18%, then they will end up with 118 their price in the world market. Then let's assume another competitor in another country, India or China. Let's assume they also supplying the same quality goods to the world market. Let's say 110, right? 110. Then the customers in the world market, they most likely to tend to buy the other competitive price, right? So they will tend to go with that competitive price. So that's why government introducing for zero rate for exporters. Then when they are having zero rate, our price in the world market would be 100, not the 118. Then in the world market, if our product is also same quality, then the customers in the world market, they are tend to buy our product. So therefore, it is important to have zero rate for exporters in order to compete and bring foreign currency into the country. So then what is the connection between this and this VAT? So let me introduce that as well. So if they are making sales, let's say export company, they are making sales. So we call output tax. So here in the output tax, let's say they are having 200 million worth of sales, VAT rate is 0. Then they are not collecting any single amount of VAT on behalf of the government because VAT is 0. Then they are enjoying that zero rate benefit. And then they need to have purchases in order to produce these finished good, right? So when they are making purchases, they will incur input tax. So they have to purchase raw material, right? Then they have to pay VAT on their purchases. Then they have to pay VAT for their purchases, and then they are entitled to claim this 18%, right? 18 million, let's say, right? They finally, in the calculation, they will end up with not VAT payable. This is not the VAT payable, right? We call it as VAT refund, right? VAT refund. When they are ending up with VAT refund, so what can we do, right? When there is a VAT refund, it's very difficult. Process is very difficult to get, right? This refund from the Inland Revenue Department. The process is very difficult and you need to provide invoices and wait such a long time. And this cash flow, this payment, let's say 18 million, big amount of purchases, and then the cash flow is struck with that particular each and every quarter with the Inland Revenue Department, and they also penalize, and also the very big process to verify those details with the both parties, and therefore, then because bad fraud also happened in Sri Lanka, because of that dummy company creating and claiming inputs and the getting refund from the Inland Revenue Department. So that's why then finally in 2011 they introduced SVAT system. Then after introducing SVAT system, what was that? So finally, let me explain. After SVAT, so after introduce SVAT system, So exporters, when they are making sales, so we call it as output tax. They will declare 200 and the VAT is 0% and then nothing here, right? Purchases, their purchases, they will purchase under SVAT registered purchase suppliers, right? We call it as from RISs, registered identified suppliers. Then the exporters will categorize as RIP. Then they will purchase from RISs, right? So they will purchase from suspended term, right? Suspended supplies. So let me, before moving to that question, let me explain. So here, this company, exporter will register as RIP. RIP in the sense, rest in peace නෙවෙයි, registered identified purchaser. Purchase කරනවා RIS ලගේ. මෙයා registered identified purchaser. If you are having more than 50% of the exports, you can register as RIP, right? So then other part, anyone who supplying to RIP, right? They can get the RIS status. RIS in the sense, registered identified supplier. Then they supply to RIP, they will make sales, right? Let's say 100. Then they will include VAT as SVAT. SVAT. 18%, let's say current VAT rate is, SVAT rate is 18, 180. So then the RIP, what they will do is, they will pay for RIS how much? In cash, right? Cash, they will pay 100. So balance 18, what they will do? Just a piece of paper, right? It is called credit voucher. This is on cash. The balance amount, just a piece of paper, they will give it to RIP. Then this paper will reconcile with the Inland Revenue Department. No cash involvement, no money involvement. Then they both party get into their exact sales, and they also RIS will get the exact money for their sales, right? So it's easy process, and then the RI Inland Revenue Department verify this SVAT amount with the credit voucher and reconcile it. That's it. Then what happened in the question also, now you are, it's easy. Then I hope it's understood, right? Then they will purchase under SVAT. You need to declare purchases just a matter of, let's say 100. You will declare how much was the SVAT. Nothing, you didn't pay anything because you paid only credit voucher, right? You issue credit voucher for supplier, right? You issue this credit voucher. Then finally both party will reconcile this SVAT amount. IRD will reconcile. Then moving to the fiction again, then nothing to loss. Then finally they will file the value added tax return as VAT payable or refund due as nothing, right? So this is easy process and no money involvement, just a matter of piece of paper exchange in both party. Then the struggle is less and no refund situation at all. Then it is easiest way to mitigate the refund situation. So that's why such a system introduced. So with that thought, we'll go to our question, right? So this question we'll discuss. This is belongs to RIS, registered identified supplier. Quality associate is a firm providing professional services. It's registered for VAT, right? It's registered for VAT, and also they have registered as a supplier, registered identified supplier, RIS, right? SVAT, under SVAT. The following information has been provided for the 3-month quarter ended 30th September 2023. So this particular quarter VAT rate, 15%, right? So therefore, you need to be mindful in the exam or any other professional exam or university exam, and even practically, if you need to be mindful which particular period you are in, right? Then the VAT rate is 15%, right? And then the value of supplies to VAT registered local clients, right? Value of supplies. Value of supplies means value of sales. You are making sales to VAT registered persons, right? Local client, excluding VAT. Without VAT, amount 2 million, right? We'll go ahead with the question and we'll prepare the answer for this, right? And we are supposed to calculate balance VAT payable or refund due for the quarter ended 30th September. Balance VAT payable for due for the quarter ended 30th September 2023. So these things are not mandatory, as I said previous questions, I said in the exam. So if you are struggling with time, don't write those headings and things, but just focus on the friction calculation part. Value of supplies. So if you go here, value of supplies, I would say, first of all, sales. Then it's easy for you to remember, right? So then under that, value of supplies, or even you can say output tax, right? How much? The value is 2 million, right? And the VAT rate applicable for this card is 15%. So then you will end up with 300,000, right? Then the next one, value of supplies to local. This is foreign client. Next one. Then you need to be mindful, right? So here I will write down here for local client. Then the value of supply, this is foreign client, right? Say, in abroad, 750,000. So here, 750,000, right? Then if it is export, VAT rate is 0, then nothing to collect on behalf of the government. You are enjoying the 0 rate as exported, right? Then value of supplies to local clients registered for S, right? Value of supplies against to local client who are registered for SVAT, right? Client registered for SVAT, excluding the VAT amount. This is suspended supplies, right? SVAT sales. Then this person making supplies to RIPs, right? Just a matter of declaring the amount, and you need to collect the credit vouchers as I discussed previously. Local client, SVAT sale, I would say SVAT sales, right? SVAT sales. You need to just declare this one and also multiply the VAT rate. How much is the amount? Is 1 million. And the VAT rate and the VAT amount also you need to declare here, right? And then this amount you need to remember because you are making SVAT sales, right? As I previously discussed, if you are making SVAT sales like this mind map, then you need to make sure finally you need to receive the credit voucher for this amount. Then you need to remember to get the credit voucher from the purchaser, right? Then finally, that credit voucher you can set off against this, right? I will just color it because you need to remember, get the credit voucher. Remember to mark, get as a credit at the end, credit voucher 150,000. So that is important, right? You need to be mindful and make a note at the exam even, right? So then with that thought, we'll go ahead with the question. And then this is done. Then all three adjustments done. Then input tax paid during the quarter 100,000, right? Input tax paid. Then you need to be mindful again here. Input tax paid. It says input tax paid during the quarter, not the purchase value, right? Tax amount, right? Tax amount 100,000. If it is 100,000, then the under purchases, right? Then input tax paid. How much? 100,000, right? 100,000 and right, it's minus, and then after that you can calculate here. I will calculate here as total, right? How much? 150,000. 450,000 is total output, right? Tax, total output tax, right? Then you can claim the input tax credit. Then here this should be 350. 350 is balance tax payable. Then this is VAT payable. However, right, this is not the final one. Then you can deduct what? SVAT credit voucher amount you received. Because as I discussed, SVAT credit voucher received. Received how much? This amount we are receiving from the purchaser, right? As I explained here, any sales you made, because here in the section you are RIS. For your sales, you will get this credit voucher to you, right? Right? Credit voucher. Then that you can deduct as a credit. Then if I make you clear here as well, if you are making sales 100 only, then you are declaring 18 here as VAT. And then credit voucher you received, you can deduct, right? For RIS VAT return, something like this. You can deduct the credit voucher here. Nothing payable. It's a nil return. Just a matter of declaring both places, right? Just a matter of declaring both places, right? The same thing I am applying with other jargons, right? Other sales and other things, right? Then moving to the section again, just claiming that particular sales again, here credit voucher, right? Then exactly what are the amounts you are paying to the government, right? Only 200, right? As balance VAT payable, right? This is called balance VAT payable. This amount you need to pay to the Inland Revenue Department on or before 20th day of the following month, right? Right. So hope this is clear. Then this is the first question. This is with RIS status, right? RIS. This person actually, as where this is RIS. Then let's move to the next question. It is RIP, right? RIP. Then you will have very clear idea for both status. Then what they are doing as RIP, what they are doing as RIS, right? So you know that how RIS declare their return calculation. This is RIS VAT return, right? RIS VAT. Then I will draw here RIP VAT return. Then RIP, then the RIP, let's say they are making sales, export, let's say 200, then the rate is 0, nothing. And then purchases under SVAT. SVAT. Then SVAT, are they making any payment for purchase this 100? Only value of the goods, right? No any VAT. Only this is just paid as a credit voucher. Then they can't claim credit voucher. Piece of paper given to them as a reconciliation purpose, they can't claim that particular amount, right? So just you gave a paper to them for reconciliation. Nothing paid, right? Here also, zero. Then this is RIP VAT return. This is RIP VAT return. Then we have crystal clear idea for both parties now, right? In the left hand side, then the RIP VAT return is there, and then how they are recording. Only here, just a declaration purpose, how much you purchase under SVAT terms. SVAT යටතේ කීයක් purchase කරාද කියලා නිකන් declare කරන එක විතරයි වෙන්නේ. Right? So you are declaring only how much you purchase. Right? Just how much you gave credit vouchers. Right? Just declare that one. And no money involvement. සල්ලි කීයක්වත් ගෙව්වේ නැහැ. Just declare as 0, and the 0 here sales and nothing, right? Then both party pay to the inland department, also getting benefit, freedom, no need to issue a refund and things like that, reconciliation. Just a matter of reconciliation, the piece of papers from both party. With the RIS also, they are submitting those credit voucher number and schedules, right? It's easy process, right? Then when it's come to RIP section, I will go to RIP section as well. This is the answer in this text, right? Then Lanka Gloves Private Limited is a manufacturer of surgical gloves to export market. Export market, you can see, right? The company is registered as RIP, right? Then the following information has been provided for 3-month period ended 30 September 2023, right? So I will go ahead with this information to the calculation, right? The same quarter is easy. Then that payable or refund due, right? So this is RIP. They have registered as RIP. RIP stands for Rest in Peace name, registered, identified purchaser, right? Right. Then the value of exports under sales, we can write it down. Under sales, 18 million, right? Sales. Value of, right? Value of export, 18 million. VAT rate is 0%. And then no VAT amount, right? Value, VAT rate, and VAT, right? Then the next one, value of scrap sales. You know, scrap sales are subject to VAT. Here, excluding VAT. Then the scrap sales, because there is no any information, because anyway it's not export, right? So VAT rate is for scrap sales is for this quarter VAT rate is anyway 15%. Then the 100,000 into 15%, right? Right? 15,000. So then total output, then all other things are inputs, right? Total output tax would be, I'm just copy pasting from the above, right? Total output would be 15,000. Then they can less input input tax paid, right? Input tax. And what are the input tax? Input tax paid during the quarter, 25,000, right? 25,000 input tax. It's prerequisites input tax paid. Here it's 25,000. Then you need to be mindful how much you can claim because you are having only output is 15,000. Then limited to 100% of the output tax, right? You need to limit it to 100% of output, right? Then you can claim minimum of this one or this one, right? Then you are claiming only this particular amount. Then the balance amount, what you can do is carry it forward to next part. Carry it forward to next part. This amount you can carry forward to next part. Then you are set off this output with inputs, right? And there won't be any balance payable, right? There won't be any balance payable, right? Then VAT, sorry, not to write it down, VAT payable, balance VAT payable would be, oh, balance VAT payable would be how much? 0. Hope this is clear, right? Then and one more thing I missed, right? One more thing, because here you need to remember, you need to declare what? You need to declare one more thing, how much you purchase under SVAT. SVAT purchases. SVAT purchases. So here, SVAT purchases during the quarter, suspended value of suspended VAT is 850,000, right? The value of suspended tax, they are not giving the exact value of the purchase amount. You just need to mention value, just the declaration part, just put that particular amount in the category. Also you will get a separate page to declare in the VAT return, right? How much you purchase under SVAT, right? Just a reconciliation purpose. You anyway as RIP you will submit in separate schedule for this to reconcile with RIS system, right? So in the VAT return also just you need to declare the amount, right? In the exam also you need to show your knowledge how much they have purchased. Here any connection between this, right? Then you are not taking credit here and making refund, not like that, just a matter of declaration purpose, you just declare that one, right? So that's it. I hope it's clear to everyone. So I discuss RIP and RIS both calculation, and this mind map is really easy for you to understand RIP, how they are declaring the return, and RIP, as I explained, just a matter of declaring here 18, no need to pay any tax, right? Then it is crystal clear. I hope this is clear to everyone. If you have any doubt or any further clarification, you can comment below. And if you need any other video or any questions to discuss, you may send a mail to me or send a comment below, right? Type your comment. I will, when I'm free, when I'm having available time, I will respond to you, right? And good luck for exam and all other matters, right? Wish you all the best again and see you with another video. Thank you.